We were talking about Plucky Squire. That looks dope.
We were talking about Plucky
Silk
Squire.
Song.
Plucky Squire was dope.
You know, I'm a little upset that we didn't get a release date, but that said, like, it looks awesome. It looks fantastic. It looks like there's so many things that
Didn't they say that it's
within a year.
within the year? So it's at least within the year. At least it's not like at least it's not Final Fantasy level where they drop like a nugget and they're just like TBD, and then four E3s pass, and then they're like, here, this is that game we were talking about. Dude, Final Fantasy 15, the one with the emo boys. I'm not sure if you've seen Noctis before or not.
Which one?
Was originally... Shut up. What's up, guys?
The episode.
Yeah, the thing.
So what episode is this? Season 2, episode... We were wrong on the number last time, right?
Yeah, and we were supposed to know that number of now, and I'm pretty sure this... I think so. I think we overshot by like... Yeah, I think we overshot by like a bunch, and so I think this is 8. I'm pretty sure.
No, you know what? I think we thought last... I don't know. It's 8 or 9, maybe. Or
yeah,
it's 8 or 9. I think.
No, this is 8. This is 8 because we did 2-6 is the last one out with Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl and all the good stuff. And
yep.
7, we have 8. So yeah, 8
Okay.
kind of like more like a 7B because we're going to be kind of continuing our lovely Pokemon topic.
Exactly. We're gonna be doing the rest of the types just like we did last time.
Exactly.
Before we run into that, do you homework updates? Anything you want to share?
I do not actually. I literally right after we recorded our last episode, I was like, I'm gonna be a good egg, gonna play some right after, and then honestly, I was like, I had a couple beers afterwards, and then I was just like, I literally like drunkenly fumbled and died twice, and just was like, I'm all set. And I've been playing Elden Ring again though, so that's been fun.
That's good.
Elden Ring's pretty pog.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, it's Breath of the Wild, man. It's Dark Souls Breath of the Wild. That's what everybody says. Yeah.
That's pretty much what it looks like. I actually did play my homework game, and I played a shit ton.
Oh my god! Oh, did you really?
Yeah, because I had COVID, so
yeah.
I was
you had nothing else to do,
and I was like, well, you know what? I might as well play video games, and I played for a solid, probably like 4 or 5 hour span, maybe. I got like, I got 2 new companions. I'm in the prehistoric era with Ayla now.
Yep. Nice.
And
Okay.
we're about to invade the lizard people's den. What are they called? Like reptilian, something like that.
Like reptiles or something.
Reptilian. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm
reptites. The reptites.
Reptites. Yep. We're invading the reptite stronghold or whatever. And
the lair.
The lair. That's the word. I've been loving the heck out of it so far. I like.
Oh, good.
Once I got to that point where I started to get more people and there was a little bit more freedom, it's starting to, it's like balancing that team aspect of like you can only have 3 people with you, and like this person's good at healing, but this person's good at magic, but the robot's super strong, but he doesn't have any magic. But then I also just got Ayla, who's super strong and can also heal, but she doesn't have magic, and it's like
And then there's all the different like tech combos and like
that's the coolest freaking.
There's a lot of really cool things for a game that's so old. Like you can start to see like literally why there's some people that still are like literally greatest RPG ever made. Like you know what I mean? Like especially for that style, anyways. A lot of people. There are so many really good things about it. I
love especially with the tech combos and the even just regular attacks like Chrono's Cyclone Spin. I just love being able to optimize it and be like, all right, let me wait till the enemies get close together or in a straight line, and then I can get multiple at once. And it's so cool. What I also love is like it's like you're all the enemies are very different. They have different things are more effective on different ones. So it's fun trying to figure out like, okay, what works best on these guys and what
Yeah, it's
doesn't.
definitely very strategic. So you said you got Ayla. Did you also get Frog? Or did you already have Frog?
Frog joined my party.
Yeah.
No, you know what's going on right now? The reason I need to invade the Reptite thing is because I defeated Masa and Mune, and I got the
Nice.
So I got the hilt, and I went. What was the thing? I got the hilt, and I got the hero medal back, and I gave it back to Frog, and he got out of the way of the chest, so I have like the broken Masamune, and I talked to the guy who can recover it, but I think he's like, you need to get these rare metals or something like that, rare stones, these red stones.
Yep.
So I think I was just like, all right, I got to go get some of these. I think that's what I'm looking for right now in the Reptite.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. That's awesome. Nice. Oh man, I love that you. Yeah. I'm happy that you've gotten to like you kind of said, like the more freedom-esque aspect of the game, because there's like so many different things you can do. Like once you've gone to the end of time and gotten magic and you've seen the future, then all of a sudden you actually have a lot more choices, which is really cool. And there's like that game has so many little Easter eggs, and like it actually has like a lot of replay value if you really end up liking the game, which is super cool. Like you could do things in so many different ways, and like you do one thing at one time, then you go back to the same like house but in a different time zone, and there could be like your impact is there.
It changes something.
It's so neat. It's so neat.
The one thing though, I don't know if maybe I'm not that far yet, or if I'm just missing opportunities to do things, but I feel like if you go back to the end of time, there are several time portals that you can go back to, but I feel like it's still guiding me along a pretty specific story path. I feel like there's not because you know why it's one of the time periods, one of the past ones that you need to do stuff with, like the bridge and like that town that has all the magic people. That opens up at the same time as the prehistoric era. And I went to the prehistoric era first and did a bunch of exploring until I realized, okay, I can't do anything here yet. And then had to go back and do the rest of the stuff before it brought me to the prehistoric era.
Yeah, so you're getting... Once you essentially have, I would say, all of your playable characters, is like... Okay. It's kind of like the game kind of, like each level kind of has like a little bit of a tutorial aspect, or I guess kind of like a guided story, kind of like you're saying.
Yeah. And at some point, it just kind of like opens up.
Exactly. Not to like the full extent of like, I guess like a modern game would per se. You know what I mean? Like it still is an older game, obviously. But yeah, like you're super close. If I remember correctly, I want to say I think after you do this prehistoric bit, I think it should be a little bit more explory, if you will, in terms of what you want to do. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, I always have liked that art style, like the is Tori, I mean, is it Tori? It's Toriyama, right? It's Toriyama. Toriyama's art style.
It's
a lot, and I know that's like, it's just
he does Dragon Quest too, and I recently gained an appreciation for Dragon Quest.
Dude, it's the spiky hair, man. Dude, he just does such good spiky hair.
It's so good. So good.
Spiky hair is perfect.
Very ahead of his time, you know.
Indeed, yeah, I agree. I totally. He honestly started it all, the spiky hair legacy.
For sure.
Let's get into it.
Let's do some Pokemans. So
yeah, some good old Pokemans.
Just to review, because we couldn't remember which types we did last time, but what we did Ice, Fire, Normal, Dragon, Psychic, and Flying. So we did 6 types, and we're just gonna rattle off the rest of them today. And just a reminder, one of us is gonna pick a type, and the other person is gonna say their favorite Pokemon of that type. We're just going over our favorite Pokemons of that type.
You can go first. Of what your favorite.
All right.
If your next type, anyways.
I will pick the next type, which means you will go next.
Oh, you're right. Okay, fair.
Ryan, What is your favorite bug type Pokemon?
Ooh, bug type. Okay, this is
Bug type is an awful type competitively, but
it's a
super
god awful
cool.
type.
There are
There
some
are a bunch
dope
of really
bug
cool ones.
types.
I'm actually such a generic Andy when it comes to like my favorite bug Pokemon. I feel like you could just guess it if I say that. Like my
Caesar?
favorite bug type. Yes, yeah.
I mean,
My
that's
favorite bug
fair.
type is
See, I
Caesar.
mean,
Like
Caesar is my number
Caesar's
4.
Caesar is so cool.
Caesar
Like
is absolutely badass. There's no
yeah.
denying that.
I would say like so. Otherwise, if I had to pick like a different one besides Caesar, because I feel like he's just like too obvious almost. What
I mean, you like what you like, man.
I know, but he's too obvious. I also really liked what is it? It's like I'm looking it up now so I can say the name right. Is a Selgor or a Selgor, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
I think
Yeah,
it's
Excelgor.
Excelgor. Yeah,
Yeah, I like. He looked really cool too. He kind of has like the ninja-y
I really,
kind of
I really
look.
don't like Excelgor actually.
Really, I
Yeah.
liked him personally. Just strictly look wise. I think he's a trash Pokemon if I remember correctly. I didn't really play. I
Gen-
didn't like know much about him.
That was Black and White. Gen 5
Yeah.
is I am Gen 5 bugs the crap out of me because there are some of the
Good usage of bug.
not just bug, it's just oh yeah, I didn't even mean to do that. No pun intended. The designs of the Pokemon, some of them are among my favorites in the whole series, and then some of them are among my least favorites in the whole goddamn series. I feel like it's either hit or miss. I love them or I think they kind of suck. Mm-hmm. It's very polarizing for me, the designs of the Gen 5 Pokemon.
It feels like Gen 5 is when they started to like. It feels like they almost ran out of ideas for like a full set of Pokemon, and they just started like throwing out. They started throwing things to the wall to see what would stick.
I don't think they've ever run out of ideas, but that's the point. I think markedly, specifically, that is the point when design started getting a little bit more complicated than the traditional Pokemon design. They started going. They started doing a bunch of crazy. Like some of the designs get a little overcomplicated, like over designed. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
As opposed to like the, water turtle.
Yeah, like a very classy, just like element animal.
And that's not a bad thing because like some of the that style, like if all Pokemon, if they just stayed with the Gen 1 style, I think that kind of probably would have sucked.
It would have been
too
such
generic,
a repeat. It would have been such a repeat after a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but back to my favorite. Obviously, again, Caesar were definitely my favorite. I wanted to give a quick shout out to to a Selgor because I thought he just looked cool. Like I was kind of looking through all the Pokemon earlier.
That's fair.
And then I also like I would say Heracross too. I want to give like a quick shout out to Heracross just from like the anime. The Heracross was based, but like I like Scizor a lot, mostly also from Smash Bros. Because I remember as a kid, I used to get so mad
and then it jumps across the screen.
Yeah, and I would just get totally smoked. I'd be like, God damn it!
It's good you said Heracross because that's my favorite bug type.
Oh, is he really? That's awesome!
Yeah,
oh
I
my
love
god,
Heracross.
yes, dude.
Heracross is just a fun,
Pokemon.
like small, stocky, bulky little guy, strong little beetle guy. He's also he's pretty cool in the anime. I'm a big
he is definitely pretty cool.
As we've discussed in the last episode, I'm a sucker for Johto. So
yeah, you are indeed. Yeah, that definitely is your favorite region.
Caesar was literally my number 4. So there's no denying that Steel Bug is absolutely sick typing.
Yeah, definitely a good typing. Just a badass like idea.
All right,
but also definitely Bug has like some of the lamest Pokemon too, though. To be fair, but.
I mean, there's always the early route bug Pokemon, but sometimes those, I feel like pretty much all of those, for the most part, evolve into something cool after they're crappy for a while.
Yeah, that's fair. But all right, good talk about the bug. I like how we got rid of the bug quick because there's not one of the coolest types out there.
You go next.
I think you're gonna hit me with your favorite Dwayne the Rock Johnson type. Okay.
Oh, rock type. I am a pretty big fan of rock type. There are a lot of rock type Pokemon that I think are really cool. And rock's good. Rock's, really high defenses. Unfortunately, sometimes it just feels like a lesser steel type, but
I agree.
It's still cool.
It definitely does.
And it's got all the fossils and stuff. More common than steel types. So my favorite rock type, I don't know if I touched on this before when we were talking about dragons. I was talking about how I got a handful of Pokemon up to level 100 when I was playing Pokemon Sword, when I was doing the Galarian Star Tournament so much. Another one, one of the only other ones I also did was my Aggron. So Aggron is my favorite rock type.
Aggron
and that's
is
the other.
beast.
That's one that I've always thought was incredibly badass because that's one of Steven's Pokemon from Gen 3, and the Hoenn region is also probably my other favorite region. So I've always just seen this as a super badass, like kaiju looking tank rock
just
beast.
Sick ass Pokemon. Yeah, I that was definitely like one of the most sought out Pokemon for me, Ryder, and Rise, my brothers. When we all had our rubies and sapphires, we'd always want to get an Aggron as quick as possible.
That line is so solid all the way through too, because like Aeron is absolutely adorable with his big head, and then Lairon is like a perfect bulky like four-legged beast, and then it stands up and turns into like a kaiju.
It just,
like that's
and it's just freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic choice. Aggron's definitely up there for me too.
And Mega Aggron with like the samurai looking thing.
Have I seen Mega Aggron? I don't think I have.
It has like it turns more metal and it gets like a huge like face mask type thing. And it's defense. I think Mega Aggron.
Oh, that is beast.
I might be mistaken, but I think Mega Aggron has one of the highest defense stats out of like all Pokemon.
Any Pokemon? Oh, that's crazy. Dude,
It's
actually,
definitely
I really like the shape of his head with the Mega Evolution. That you're right. That's kind of it's like a samurai-esque kind of helmet.
Yeah.
With like I kind of like how he has like the shoulder spikes pierce through like where his ears kind of are too.
Yeah.
That's like that's actually super interesting. I like that look a lot. I like the color palette of background a lot too.
Yeah.
I really
simple.
It's definitely
it's effective.
Yeah, it's elegant. Yeah, it's classy. For me, again, as we all know, I'm like a nostalgia Pokemon lover, so I really, definitely kind of, are going more towards the older gens. I kind of like Corey. Corey seems to like a lot of, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3.
No. Incorrect.
Oh, you don't like Gen 1?
It's all across the board. I mean, some...
Okay, fine. Whatever, Corey. Right. We know the truth. My favorite is 100% Kabutops. I've been a big Kabutops fan. For the longest time. I think he's probably one of the coolest looking Gen 1 Pokemon to me. I think pretty much like since a long time, mostly because of the scythe. Like the scythe arms are
scythes
really,
are dope.
Really cool. They're so dope. And it's like
Kabutops is awesome.
And like Kabuto was like kind of not promising. So when he just turns into Kabutops, and I was like, holy,
that's a huge.
But it's like such an upgrade. It's such a glow up, dude. You're like, oh my god, this dude is badass. Definitely a cool Pokemon. Kind of buggish, kind of going back to what we were just talking about with the bug.
It's
definitely
the
cool.
horseshoe crab. The horseshoe crab design. Very, very cool. Yeah, I have Kabutops is my number 11. Ooh. And then it's the only rock type from Gen 1 that I think is cooler is Golem, which I have like
Golem's
10.
pretty beast.
But just to refute your point from before, I only have one Kanto Pokemon in my top 10 rock types, and it's number 10. The rest are all from different generations.
Wow. Okay. All right. Kudos to you.
I'm not.
You took some offense from being an old head.
I'm not a Gen 1er. I'm not a Gen 1er.
You're just a Pokemon fan.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a Raichu in your background, and a Cyndaquil, and a Totodile that I can see. So
yeah,
pretty Gen 1, Gen 2-y if I.
Well, Raichu, we'll get to Raichu. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's do. What type do we want to do next? Since we just talked about it, why don't we do Steel type?
Ooh. So this is kind of a spoiler from the last episode we just did. You literally instantly booted out. My other Steel type was Aegislash because I like swords. Like I don't know, Aegislash is just cool. Yep. But instantly, the second you showed me Corviknight is now officially going to be probably one of my favorite Pokemon of all time now. That's a freaking Shadowhawk if I've ever seen one, even though it's a Raven. Close enough. Like, that is a ridiculously cool looking Pokemon.
Corviknight is incredible.
I want a plushie.
That's the early route bird Pokemon too, and it's like it's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's kind of how Talonflame was too.
Yeah,
early route, but
Talonflame was OP
nasty.
for a while.
Talonflame was OP for a little bit, but yeah, Corviknight hands down became my favorite. You know, I want to give a quick other shout out to Metagross. Metagross also badass Pokemon. Of course, really kind of like I feel like almost like that's like the mascot of Steel types. Maybe not. Maybe besides like Steelix or something. But yeah, Corviknight hands down now. Oh my god, have you played it in a game? Never even touched the Pokemon, but the second I saw it, that's my Pokemon.
You'll like it.
If I was a trainer, if I got like a sprite art commissioned thing of me, my Pokemon partner would be a Corviknight.
Would be Corviknight,
hands down.
Yeah. Okay,
hands down, it'd be a Corviknight. Like that would be me.
I'll have to do it.
Yeah, you'll have to.
I'll have to do it for you. It's funny. All the Pokemon you mentioned are like in my top like 15 Steel types ish. Like those are all absolutely badass Pokemon.
They really are.
My number one is a Pokemon that I mentioned when we were talking about psychic types. My number one is Jirachi, just because that's also a very nostalgic Pokemon for me. And that's, you know, I don't know if I've told this story or not, but like you remember Grant?
Oh yeah, of course.
Who lived on my road. So like, when Gen 3 came out, that was around the time that he and I were hanging out a good amount, and then my brother and his brother were also like kind of, or they would hang out with us when we would hang out and stuff like that. And like there was a promotional thing, I think, with Pokemon Coliseum maybe, or one of the GameCube games, where basically if you had the Game Boy Advance adapter thing that you put on the bottom of your GameCube and you can play Game Boy Advance games in there, you could get a free Jirachi from Pokemon Coliseum. You could get Jirachis from there, right?
I did not know that.
And so Granger, that he was like, hey, we can get you a Jirachi for $5. And my brother and I were like, oh, hell yeah. So we pulled our money. Oh my God,
they conned you?
Well, I mean, we knew. We were literally buying it. We knew that they could get it from the game, and we were like, yeah, we want it. Give it to us. So we pulled our money and gave them $5.
They could just be homies.
And then got Jirachi. And then what ended up happening was we were like talking about it, and like we told my mom, and then my mom called their mom, and then their mom was like, how could you do that? Why would you do that?
Snitched. Oh my God, and then snitched.
She made his older brother come down and give the $5 back, but obviously we got to keep Jirachi, because like...
That's so funny. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow.
But also,
con. I like it.
Besides that, like just that Gen 3 was also a very formative. It's one of my other favorite regions, and that's one where it was ripe in like the urban myth era of video games, kind of, because you couldn't super readily look stuff up online, and even when you could, it was like there was still a little bit of like, there were plenty of like cheat sites that had absolute bullcrap cheats on them that...
Oh yeah, I remember the good old days.
Everyone knows the rumors of like in Moss Deep City, where you're supposed to like, if you get a certain amount of stars on your trainer card, and like there's the guy in the space station that says, oh, we're at launch number whatever. And the rumor was like, if you wait till launch number 100... and you like talk to the White Rock outside and you have certain amount of stars on your trainer card, at the launch 100 he'll ask you if you want to go up, and then you can go up to the moon and you can get Jirachi there. And there was a similar rumor for Deoxys about that, and that's why in Omega Ruby... I did
not know that.
That's why crazy. Did you play Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire?
I did not.
So in the original games you couldn't get Deoxys or Jirachi in game. You needed to get them from an event. They were both event specific Pokemon. But in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, they included Deoxys available to get in the game after you finish the Delta episode, and as an homage to that rumor, they have you fly up into space on Mega Rayquaza and burst through a meteorite, and that's where Deoxys appears out of.
Sick.
And you like fight him in space. Yeah.
That's so dope. I did not know that. That's so cool. That's really cool that they would do that. Like, that they would actually, that they would pay attention to like the culture of their.
They're pretty self-aware about stuff like that. But anyways, that's Jirachi's number one, and then my number two is Aggron. And since I mentioned both of them, I also want to give a special shout out to my number three, who is Berserker, who is the new evolution from Galar of Galarian Meowth. It's like a short, stocky little dude with a beard and a Viking helmet, and he is so
Oh,
cool.
that sounds badass. I need to
He
look this
is
up now. Berserker.
Galarian Meowth's evolution. He's so dope, dude.
Oh my god. Oh, he is dope.
Isn't
Oh
he
my
sick?
god. He, I definitely instantly get How to Train Your Dragon vibes. So yeah, Viking helmet's
Yeah, yeah.
totally spot on. The beard too.
The big
That's
smile, the
awesome.
beard, the claws. He's so cool, and he's a lot of fun to use too.
That is definitely that's a cool Pokemon. I like
So
that a
yeah,
lot. The Viking Pokemon. Wow, that is super awesome.
yep. All right, who's
All
your
right, well, I
favorite
guess.
steel? Oh, you
Oh no,
already
we already
said.
said it. Yeah, I'm Corviknight. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna pick the next typing.
Yes.
We're gonna go to a little bit newer. That came out. I think it's XY's when it came out. The Fairy type. What
Yes,
would your
yes.
favorite Fairy type be?
My favorite fairy type. Am I counting megas? I am,
You can
right?
count whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Okay. Because my favorite fairy type happens to be an extension of my favorite dragon type because Mega Altaria is dragon fairy.
Oh,
That
nice. Okay.
turns
Okay.
into like even bigger giant cloud. Mega Altaria is insane. First, dragon fairy is such a cool typing. I love that typing so much. And Mega Altaria is like great special attack, great special defense, really bulky.
That's an adorable
For
picture.
and for regular Pokemon, this is actually an interesting one. It's a new one from Gen 8. It's Hatterene, who's
Hatterene.
psychic and fairy type. It's like a play on. She's like a witch, and I get really cool like scary witch vibes from this Pokemon. And the all of the Dex entries, like starting from the lowest, because it's a 3-stage evolution line. Starting from the earliest one, it talks about how they're like really attuned to people's emotions, and they can feel people's emotions. When people around them get sad, they get sad, and vice versa and stuff. And it gets to the point where like Hatterene's Dex entries talk about like if it senses any mood of hostility within like a certain mile radius, it will like come hunt you down and get you out of there.
Whoa.
It's kind of scary. And
That is
there's
kinda
also
scary.
there's also it has a Gigantamax form too. There's Gmax Hatterene, which is also insane. So
That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking up the style. I like the art style a lot. I like the I like how it's like the I really like a lot of like creatures where like their clothing's made of them. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's like the hair is the body.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that type of art style a lot. That's really cool. I actually did not know that Pokemon actually is really neat. I would definitely put that up there for one of my favorite fairies too. Because I like personally, again, it's a newer typing, so I just didn't have as much introduction to it realistically compared to others in terms of like seeing a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, the
So
cool
like that's
thing
definitely
too is
it's
that that's
cool that
the
there are
only
some
one.
cool ones.
That's the cool thing about Fairy type too is that it ended up getting added to a lot of existing Pokemon, like even Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon. Like
And it makes
Clefable
sense.
is
It
one of my
makes
favorites too. Clefable is like my number 6.
Yeah, and like Clefable or like Jigglypuff because Jigglypuff's also fairy, right? I think Jigglypuff's
Yep.
normal fairy, right?
Yep.
Like that to me make perfect sense.
And then
Like
the
I really
Togepi
like that they.
line,
Oh, yep, yeah, that makes sense too. The Togepi would be a fairy type as well.
Azumarill, yeah.
But so for me, I actually I would say it's a tie between two, both coming from X. I really like the color palette of Sylveon. I like Sylveon a lot personally.
Yeah.
So I think Sylveon definitely is an adorable Pokemon. Definitely
Sylveon's
like
definitely a fan favorite.
Oh, 100%. Definitely like Sylveon a lot, but my personal favorite, especially just because of like the havoc I wreaked on my coworkers, is Klefki. My boy
my God, I
Klefki.
love
My girl Klefki. I love Klefki. Such an adorable little Pokemon. It's so funny that they were just like, we need a Pokemon quickly. Let me just pull up my
Keychain.
keys to close the store up. And they looked at it. They were like, oh my God, this is perfect. And I don't know. I like it's like kind of the old school like ring of janitor keys. That's like
Yeah,
what
right.
Klefki is. Like I think it's actually super adorable.
Klefki's
And then
like-
also in terms of Pokemon, actually super strong, which is really funny.
Yeah,
So,
with Prankster.
yeah,
Really good
Prankster, good old
support
Prankster.
Pokemon. But
Definitely a good setup character.
Klefki's funny because like I at first I hated Klefki, and then I've come around to it being in like my top 15 fairy
Nice.
types. And I think Klefki is one of those Pokemon where like you hear the complaint time and time again about people saying like they just shouldn't do inanimate object Pokemon. And people like at first glance, people will be like, "Oh my god, they made a keychain Pokemon. That's so dumb. They run out of ideas." But like, the concept behind Klefki is actually super cool because it's like it's not made of metal, and the keys aren't it. The concept is that it's a little pixie that loves stealing keys, and each key on its thing is like a collection from one of the keys it's stolen. You know? I just think it's a really neat concept, and it is very cute.
To me also I kind of got like a Kingdom Hearts kind of like, it looks like a heartless or a nobody creature. I know I should
Yeah,
really play
yeah,
much
it
Kingdom
does.
Hearts, but it gives me that kind of feel as well, and I really really like that type of world also. So definitely I agree with you. I actually did not know that fact till you just told me about its like backstory with the keys, which I think is
Yeah,
super cool. But like
the
I
deck
think
entries, man.
yeah, I think they did such a good job of not making it just like a, like, to me it just didn't feel like they just like literally threw, they were like, oh, a key ring, we have to make this Pokemon. Like, I don't know, I like, you can
Yeah,
just tell just from like how it was. I liked it, like the way that it kind of floats around and it like shakes itself whenever it like doesn't move. I
yeah.
thought it was adorable. Like, it definitely just an overall good Pokemon, definitely a good new Pokemon.
All right, so let's do the next one. I'll pick a type that Fairy is strong against. So we're gonna do Dark type. Who's your favorite Dark type, Brian?
Ooh, my
This is a type
favorite.
very well suited to you.
It is, and I actually kind of pick a generically edgy dark type Pokemon. It has its own movie after it. It's kind of cheating because it's a legendary. Darkrai is
Oh,
probably one of my favorite looking. It's so edgy, dude.
Darkrai's badass.
Darkrai,
That makes
Darkrai
sense.
is
Darkrai's insane.
Darkrai is such a badass Pokemon.
It's
My
the
close
nightmare
second.
Pokemon, and it's literally like that's what you would see in your nightmares.
100%. That's a terrifying Pokemon. That's like, especially like Darkrai. Literally, yeah. Just honestly, like if Pokemon just existed, like if there was a Pokemon to infect your dreams, aside from the like I think like what like Haunter and like Ghastly, more ghost types could do that too. But
Yeah,
dude, Darkrai just would definitely be like a terrifying thing to like have like trapped, like to
yeah.
trap you in like a dream or something. But also, I always butcher the name, so I'm trying to look it up to say it right. Zoroark, I can never say.
Zoroark, yeah.
Yeah. The crazy like fox Pokemon looks really, really, really cool.
Zoroark is my
Although,
number two.
yeah. Oh, nice. The
Yeah,
hell yeah.
it's bad.
Hell yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane. That's one of my
That
probably no one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon for sure.
yeah.
Hands
That's
down.
definitely just a sick ass Pokemon.
Yeah.
Although honestly, weirdly enough, I feel like I don't pay much attention to other dark types aside from that. I guess I feel like
Really?
maybe like main dark types, because I think there's like a decent amount of cool side dark types. There's
Like
one
secondary dark
that,
types?
yeah, there's one that like is like my favorite. I don't want to say it yet actually, because then you'll know. I know you're just gonna guess it instantly. But like
I might not. There's a lot of edgy.
I mean, my favorite water type is half dark. I'll say that. And you'll probably know who it is.
Water dark.
But
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
yeah. See, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
That's alright. We'll save it.
So exactly, we'll save it. But so like, it's funny enough. Like, even though like it's definitely one of my favorite typings, I actually don't pay too much attention to a lot of the types. Like, I'm actually gonna pull it up right now to see.
I mean, it's a good because it's in Japanese. It's actually the evil type, so it's like over here you kind of associate. It's still the same vibe, but we might associate it more with literal like darkness, dark color schemes, like absence of light. But it's more in Japanese. It's more supposed to be like the evil type, like ruthless, mean, evil spirited. So that for that reason, like it's pretty easy to kind of, it's an easy type to add on to something. You could come up with a concept for a Pokemon and then add the dark type, and I feel like in most cases, like it would work. You could just make it an evil version of that thing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Definitely definitely an easy. It's an easy add-on one. I can see what you're saying.
So we just talked about Zoroark, which is my number 2. We've actually also already talked about my number 1 because my favorite dark type happens to be my favorite ice type, and it's Weavile.
Yep.
We talked last episode about why I like Weavile so much.
Weavile is a sick Pokemon.
So I'll go to my next that we haven't talked about yet, and that's my number 3, which I'm sure you know because it's a Gen 6 Pokemon. It's Malamar.
Malamar. Oh yeah, Malamar is sick.
Dark
oh
psychic
my god.
type, and like
that's a dope type set.
Inkay is adorable, like an absolutely adorable little squid with a psychic type's great, fantastic color scheme. And then when I realized that the evolution method was getting it to level 30 with the 3DS upside down, and then the evolved form is literally an upside down squid. That's brilliant.
That was It's tricky. That was definitely tricky.
I wish we had more stuff like that. That is absolutely brilliant. And obviously it's very gimmicky because it relies on like a gyroscopic system, you know, which I feel like most of the systems now have capabilities like that anyways, but just besides like flipping the device, we need more cool creative evolution methods like that. That's so dope.
I agree. Because it feels a lot more interactive. I think it's a really cool way to integrate like like physical game console mechanics into the game. I think that's really like it's kind of like how when Pokemon finally started to become like more 3D. And because like the systems could handle that type of aspect, they like some of the puzzles got a little bit trickier. Like just even like I like how they incorporated something like that. I think which is super neat.
Definitely.
Although definitely their greatest incorporation was with the Regis and incorporating Braille onto a Game Boy.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was the greatest idea they've ever done. Because I really just tried to rub my hand over my screen. Yeah.
Oops.
It feels like smooth glass, and now I can see a giant smudge on my screen.
All right.
But dude, Malamar, that's a good Pokemon. Yeah. Next we're gonna go with I think we're gonna go with electric. It's electric. And I one can only imagine who your favorite electric type could be if there's just a giant plushie right behind you. Oh yeah.
My favorite electric Pokemon, who is also my favorite Pokemon of all time, and will be forever, is Raichu. I don't know. Something about that episode where Ash goes and fights Lieutenant Surge, and Lieutenant Surge's Raichu is just so much cooler than Pikachu. And even as a kid, when they go through this little crappy workaround of like, oh, but if you don't evolve it, then it can learn agility and be quick and stuff. And it's like, even as a kid, I was like, that's bullshit. That doesn't make any sense. Because if you evolve that Pikachu, the Raichu's still going to be faster. Like...
Yeah.
There is no logic to that at all. And I've just that coupled with the fact that Raichu, basically because Pikachu is in pretty much every single game, because it's the mascot and because it gets so much love, by default, Raichu is most of the time in every single game too. So I've been able to use it on several of my teams, and I just think it's so cool, but it also always gets overshadowed by its pre-evolution, and I just think he's just
amazing,
just a special little boy.
I agree. I think I really like the design of Raichu as well. I think the ears are cooler. Honestly, I kind of agree.
The lightning tail.
I was gonna say I think the lightning tail is cooler. The only thing I think I'd probably say is although it wouldn't look good on Raichu, I think I actually do like the color palette of Pikachu. I like the kind of solid yellow.
That's fair.
Not that the orange is bad by any means. It would look creepy and terrifying. It would look like those funny memes where they put Pikachu on every Pokemon and it's just the Pikachu face.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've seen you know what I mean. It would just look weird. But I think I agree with you. Overall, Raichu is such a sick Pokemon. So neat.
I think that's fair. The solid yellow and the red cheeks does look really good. I think I like the accents better on Raichu because I like that the appendages, he's got the brown hands and brown feet with the brown ears too. I don't know. I think it works really well. Raichu's
yeah,
amazing. Raichu's the
I
best.
think it's an amazing. I think it's definitely one of the greatest design Pokemon because it's
Honorable
definitely.
mention to Ampharos
Ooh,
because
oh my god, Ampharos is a sick Pokemon too.
yeah,
That yeah, black and yellow, a little bit of red.
yeah,
It's
great color scheme.
it's a great color scheme.
Yeah.
Um,
Who's yours?
so our so for me, so way back in the day, me and if it'd be funny if Ryder listens to this. I'm pretty sure it was Ryder I had this argument with. Pretty sure Ryder always liked Magmar, and I always liked Electabuzz. Okay, so definitely a little bit of duality with that. The Fire Punch, Thunder Punch. But actually, now I popped off when I first discovered Electivire. I think Electivire is probably my favorite electric type because of just a little bit because of that nostalgia, but also again when I played a bunch of Gen 6. My Electivire is an insane Pokemon. Like because it can learn like
strong.
dude, like Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Cross Chop
All
was
the
like
punches, yeah.
dude, all the punches. Like it was just such a strong Pokemon. He just looks badass and menacing. Like I would say personally, his face being so flat and is like a little meh, but he still just looks so cool. Like again, that color scheme is just so sick.
Well, I love the look because he looks almost like a Yeti or like a Bigfoot type thing, but electric type, or like an electric type abominable snowman or something like that.
Yeah,
it's like
he
one
just
of those undiscovered beasts.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Like a Yeti. What's like the name of that? Is it just like
Sasquatch?
like his Yeti? Oh yeah. Sasquatch probably is
Yeah.
like the typing for it.
Yeah, Yeti's like a ice type Sasquatch.
Yeah, Sasquatchian. Yeah, it's very Sasquatchian. But yeah, Electivire, cool ass Pokemon. Again, Electabuzz was always a sick Pokemon.
Yeah.
Electivire's just dope.
Electivire's my number 6.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Big
yeah,
fan.
there you go.
It's funny because I also always liked Electabuzz, and then when I was kind of the opposite. When Electivire came out, I was kind of like, "That's dumb. I don't like that." And then for some reason, years later, this happened with so many Gen 4 Pokemon where it came out, and I was like, "That's different. I don't like it." And then years later, I was like, "What was I thinking? That's the coolest Pokemon."
I feel that. All right. Yeah. Wait. Did I pick? I picked electric. Yeah. So you go. You
did. All right. Let's pick another type. We're
winding down.
How many we have left?
We have water, grass, poison, ground, and ghost.
All right. Let's do ghost type. Who's your favorite ghost type?
Nice. My favorite ghost type is a character who's actually been featured in a couple different Pokemon games. Honestly, only 2 that I can think of: the main series and then Pokken. I like Chandelure a lot. I actually love me a good old Chandelure. That again is dope. Chandelure's a dope Pokemon. Ghost Fire, dope ass type setting together. Yeah. Again, going back to the Klefki thing, very heartless vibey to me. Yeah. Definitely looks very heartless.
Got the eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And so I love that aesthetic. I really liked its static, or not static, but it's like default animation while you're selecting your moves, like the kind of like little swinging back and forth. Like I just
a chandelier.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just like a chandelier. And I honestly almost everything about that Pokemon I just really enjoyed. Definitely probably one of my favorites of Gen 6. Like period.
That's Gen 5. Chandelure is Gen 5.
Oh, is it Gen 5? I thought it was Gen 6. My bad.
Black and white.
But yeah, definitely ridiculously badass Pokemon. I guess I've clearly played it a lot more in Gen 6, so I just thought of it that. But yeah, definitely hands down, fantastic.
This is another one This is another one where it starts off as a candle, and it's inanimate object Pokemon. It's like this is the perfect. I think Chandelure is possibly the best example of how to do an inanimate object Pokemon right. And to be fair, like Ghost type kind of gets an advantage on that front because you can easily do like a
ghost of something
object, like a ghost possessed object. But the fact that it's a chandelier and like the flames are coming out, it's very haunted housey. Like it'd be an object you'd see in a haunted house. Yeah. Speaking also. Litwick is also so edgy with the covered hair. With the hair.
My god! Definitely brings me back to the high school days. So definitely a big fan.
I want to give a shout out to. I also think Chandelure has one of the coolest shinies, and it's not crazy different, but it's basically just like that purple fire turns red. which is like it makes
Yes,
it makes
yeah,
perfect
I have
sense.
seen that. Yeah.
You know,
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah,
love that.
yeah, that's definitely that's a pretty sick Pokemon. Just a sick
So-
Pokemon overall.
So my favorite ghost type. This is probably one that you could say is maybe a little more generic, but I can't help it because it's just so Gengar. It's Gengar. It's got to be Gengar.
Dude, Gengar is literally like guys
Gengar's
our
classic.
age. That's like honestly that's some people's personality is just liking Gengar. He's
Everyone
just such an
loves
iconically good Pokemon.
Yeah.
Dude, like just I feel like there's like
That
I could
smile,
Google
that
20
design.
I could Google 20 different websites right now that are selling Gengar hoodies. That's how like freaking
Yes.
popular
Oh,
and
yeah.
badass that like Gengar
sure.
is, which is awesome. I agree though. He is such a good dude. His honestly his facial expression, the eyes and the intensity of his smile, that Cheshire cat type
It's the
smile.
best. It's the best.
It's so
And
good.
the body type, it's the design is so simple too, and the evolution from like just ball of gas into like appendages and a head coming out, then like full body. This is me. I'm the ghost. I'm here. You know, funny spiky little guy. There's so much surrounding Gengar too. Like that's one of the most popular like fan theory, urban myth type things is that Gengar is supposed to be Clefable's shadow. Because it's literally the same
because
body
it's the
type.
same type of shape. Yep.
Same spikes, the spikes where the hair tuft would be for Clefable, and then Gengar is literally the doppelganger Pokemon. That's it. That's his Pokedex title. And Gengar is a super popular Pokemon. It always gets attention. Like it got a Mega, it got a G
I was just gonna say,
form.
dude, Mega Gengar is also really freaking
Terrifying.
cool looking.
You know what?
Terrifyingly cool looking.
Have you
Like,
seen G Max Gengar?
I have not. I'm gonna look it up
You
right
should look
now.
up Gigantamax Gengar. It's like
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, the Cave of Wonders from
it's
Aladdin.
the Cave of Wonders, but like the more you think about it and look into it, that's a pit into nothingness. Like that's
Yeah.
a dark void that's throwing you out of this realm. Like
Dude, that's
terrifying.
awesome. I want that as a cat house now. Actually, that would be an awesome cat house.
I think I mentioned this. Yeah, I did. I mentioned it last episode. Where I used to have. I don't know where I got them or what they were from. I wish I could find some of them, but I used to have these little like hard plastic, almost rubbery, like figurines of Pokemon that were like maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall, and they were just the coolest little things. And I had one of Gengar too.
Oh, that's dope. Oh man, I remember back in the day, my mom bought me and my brothers a bunch of Pokemon marbles. Just
I
marbles that
remember
had-
those.
Yeah, a little sack of marbles, and I remember my older brother had a Gengar marble, and it was the coolest purple. It was like the perfect color scheme.
Yeah.
It was. I remember wanting that one so bad. I was so jealous. Oh my god, such a cool marble.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, yeah, we're almost done, guys. We need to have a couple more types. We have not even gotten to my favorite Pokemon of all time, which is awesome. And I'm not gonna personally pick it. He has to pick the type, so I'm gonna keep narrowing it down.
But you're picking this type.
I know exactly. So we're gonna go with poison. What is your favorite poison type?
Poison.
Yeah.
My favorite poison type is Gengar.
Okay. Well, you
Because
little
Gengar
cheater.
is also poison type.
Whatever, kid.
So we're my favorite. Okay, you know what? That's my number one. My number two is a Pokemon whose type also overlaps with a type that we're gonna get to next. So I'm gonna save it, or maybe not next, but I'm gonna save it for that type. So I'm gonna go to my number three. My third favorite poison type is Crobat.
Ooh, Crobat is a good pick. That's a good pick. Crobat's a good looking Pokemon.
Crobat's another very popular Pokemon. You have to work hard for it, and training a Zubat is god awful because Zubats absolutely suck. But
I totally agree.
Once
but
you go
Crobat,
through,
worth it.
well, yeah, once you go through all the pain, it's like absolute badass, crazy fast, crazy strong, super cool looking with the four
Wings.
appendages, the mean face, and the purple. The color scheme is awesome.
I'm a sucker for some purple, so
I think it's pretty telling that multiple evil team leaders have a Crobat on their team.
yeah,
Because
it makes sense.
It's just fantastic.
100%. I agree. I think Crobat is definitely a top tier Pokemon. Shout out to my friend in the Smash community, Shiny Zubat. That's his tag. Has always been Shiny Zubat. Every time I hear Zubat, I just think of my friend Max. But yeah, Zubat, Crobat. Crobat's a great Pokemon. Definitely. I had a friend that always had Crobat on his team.
Yeah.
That was his like speed demon character, and I freaking hated it. It was
Yeah.
annoying. For me, my favorite poison type is actually Pokemon from the anime. Obviously in normal Pokemon as well. But Toxicroak, I actually really enjoy me.
Toxicroak's dope.
Toxicroak is a dope ass Pokemon.
Yeah.
Croagunk and Toxicroak, just like I usually don't have much love for like some of the just the dual evolutions because it's just two, right? Yeah, there's nothing in between. It's just Croagunk to Toxicroak.
Yeah, it's
right? Am I
Krogan.
crazy?
Krogan's a
Yeah.
Toxicroak.
But I always just really again like I'm a sucker for the bluish purple, kind of color scheme. This was definitely more blue, obviously, but I really like that kind of color scheme.
Yeah.
I
Blue and
just
red. So that's a great.
Oh, it's so good. But like even I remember like Brock getting a Croagunk. I thought he was awesome. I thought it was like one of Brock's best Pokemon.
Krogan is really funny. Toxicroak is
Yeah.
a Pokemon that like I've never used it in a playthrough, and I'm kind of surprised that it kind of missed me. I think I just never got it when I played Diamond and Pearl, and like I've thought it's super cool though. And poison fighting, even though you're quad weak to psychic, like that's a sick type.
It's a good type style. I really like it a
Yeah.
lot. I definitely a fan. Yeah, overall just very clean look. I like the whole frog thing with like the bulbous
Yeah. Yep.
neck
Sack.
the sack, yeah.
Sack.
The sack. It's what a great word. But yeah, definitely just a good Pokemon overall. And yeah, sack. Yep.
Heck yeah.
Um
All right. Well, then let's move on to our next type, which is super effective against poison. We're going to move on to ground type. Who's your favorite ground type?
Ooh, my favorite ground type Pokemon. I think we talked about this Pokemon already. Gliscor. Gliscor is probably
we did.
my favorite ground type.
That is
So
also
we
my favorite.
Yeah,
Because it's my favorite flying. Yeah, that's why we talked about
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I definitely. I mean, obviously, because the typing is so badass, it's so cheap to have a ground flying. You'd be like, that doesn't make sense, but we made it work here in Pokemon Land. Otherwise, like, I mean, again, throwing it back to the old school days, a good old classic Rhydon was always a sick ass ground type Pokemon as well.
Right on.
Rhydon definitely is just a sick one there. And then I mean, also like you said it before too, like Golem also is like another like classic because that's rock
Yeah.
ground, right? If I'm not,
Yep.
I'm not crazy. It's not just solid rock.
All
Yeah,
those,
it's rock
most of
ground.
those rock Pokemon are rock ground. It's such a
Yeah.
common typing.
It makes sense. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Gliscor, such a cool looking Pokemon, absolutely sinister looking. Just love everything about that Pokemon. Honestly, it's definitely I'd probably say it's in my top 10 Pokemon, like
Yeah.
period. Just because of how cool he looks. So yeah, definitely Gliscor.
I would too. So I've found out recently that ground types are one of my favorite types, which is something like ground type I feel like isn't one that you think of a ton, but there are so many ground type Pokemon that I think are amazing. So I need to give 2 honorable mentions for this one because Gliscor is my favorite. We already talked about that. My second favorite is Flygon. We already talked about
Yep.
that because it was tied for my favorite dragon type. My next 2 favorite ground types are Quagsire, who I absolutely... Quagsire and Wooper are so funny.
Oh my god.
So well designed. Just the funniest little doofus. And then number 4 is a Pokemon that I've loved for a long time, which is Sandslash.
Oh man, Sandslash is a great pick.
That's that's another one, and this is the only one that I'm positive I still have somewhere here in this house because I've carried it around with me for a long time. I still have the little Sandslash figurine. Also, I'll try.
Sick.
I named it Sandy. It's Sandy the Sandslash, and I'll try and see if I can find it.
I know I showed you this on Snapchat randomly, but I have another good friend in the Smash community, the Mole Drifter. That is his tag. He always calls himself by the Mole Drifter. But he is a huge fan of Wooper and Quagsire. Do you remember I showed you that swamp that he made that custom Wooper design?
What? Dude, I made it.
I mixed it. Oh yeah, I mixed it up. Sorry, sorry. You're right. I totally just mixed it up. I meant to say I showed it to him and he loved it. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I was trying to shout out Mole Drifter. Yeah, sorry, you made it. You're right. I totally mixed you guys up. But yeah. I wanted to say that he really, really liked it, and he was freaking out about it. That was hilarious. My bad.
Yeah, I haven't released that. I don't think I've released that on Twitter yet, but like
Oh,
I
then
did.
let's cut this then. Let's cut this then.
What? No, I did a regional variant line
Yep.
for Wooper and Quagsire, and then I designed like a Fakemon evolution for it. So at some point I'll
My bad.
show
Yeah.
that.
Totally. Yeah, I was sorry, but he loves that Pokemon. Like he always,
Yeah.
literally, almost every. I'd probably say like every
It's so
time I see him
funny.
replying to somebody, he literally replies with like a GIF of a bunch of Quagsires. He has so
Yeah.
many Wooper and Quagsire GIFs that he just replies with. He loves that Pokemon.
I mean, I honestly think Wooper is probably one of the top 3 cutest Pokemon of all time, in my opinion.
I could see that.
I
could
also
see that.
think it's hilarious that he has no arms but can learn Ice Punch. That's amazing.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
And then
oh my God.
Quagsire's to bring it into the Pokedex entries, a bunch of Quagsire's Pokedex entries talk about how it just kind of like lazes around in the water and like eats whatever like swims into its mouth and will constantly bump its head onto like walls or like boats and just doesn't mind.
That's awesome. Oh my God, that's adorable.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely such an adorable Pokemon. Really,
Alright,
I
so-
like a clean color set too.
Oh yeah. So what's our next type? We're narrowing it down here. Only a couple left.
We have 2 left, or sorry, 3 left now. And I'm gonna go to fighting. What is your favorite fighting type? I feel like this is like this is like probably one of the most liked types. I feel like there's so many cool fighting Pokemon.
This is we've talked about several of these Pokemon already. I guess that's just kind of the nature of the beast because we're talking about our favorites, so they're bound to be our favorites in other types too. My favorite fighting type is also my favorite fire type, which is Infernape. And then my second favorite is an honorable mention, which is Blaziken, which we already mentioned in the fire types too.
Yep.
So my next one after that is Breloom from Gen 3.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Breloom is cool.
That's a really cool color scheme. I love the eyes, and I love the mushroom head, and I love the kicks and the stretchy arms. Like this is just a really creative design, I think. And very fun to use in game.
Most definitely. I agree. I think Breloom actually is kind of like a sleeper pick. Like, at least in my head, you just crashed that back into my head in terms of it as a Pokemon, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely that's a really good pick actually.
Thank you.
For me, I am actually this is again actually one of my probably favorite Pokemon of all time. Also in my top 10, has the word top in it. Hitmontop.
Oh, Hitmontop.
I'm a big Hitmontop fan.
Hitmontop is my number 10.
Nice. Yeah, I think he was just such a cool Pokemon. I really liked I just like how they threw him in with the Hitmon. Like he's like the third one that came out in the second gen, right? Second gen? Yeah.
Yes. He's an absolute pain in the ass to get.
I don't remember how to get him actually.
So because Gen 2 also introduced Tyrogue, which is the pre-evolution of all of them.
Yep.
And the way that the evolution works is that if your attack, I might have this reversed. If your attack is higher than your defense when it reaches, I think, level 20, then it evolves into a Hitmonlee. If its defense is higher than its attack, then it evolves into a Hitmonchan. And to get it to evolve into a Hitmontop, the defense and attack need to be the exact same.
Wow.
So you
That's
kind of
awesome.
And at that point, it's so hard though, because it's like it's the random depending on how many EVs and IVs.
Random, yep.
You know, you have to you almost have to try different formulations of giving it proteins and irons until you get it to a point where it's close enough where okay, if I evolve it, hopefully it'll be the same level or the same number.
I did not know that actually. I did not remember that anyways. That's really cool. But I also really liked Hitmontop personally was my favorite from
Hitmontop's
is it
dope.
Pokemon Stadium? Like
Pokemon Stadium 2, Topsy Turvy.
Yeah, Pokemon
dude.
Stadium 2. Yeah. That was such a good game.
That's such a good mini game.
Such a good mini game. But yeah, that's definitely where my love of Hitmontop came from. And then also I think because he's in the anime too, I believe.
Yeah,
I remember correctly. So he's just a cool looking Pokemon. I like his look. I like his aesthetic a bunch.
Next time you
But
come
yeah.
over, we should have a little Pokemon Stadium 2 minigame tournament because I have Pokemon Stadium
Oh,
2.
I would be totally down. You
Yeah,
probably roast me because I haven't played it since we probably last played when we were
since when we were kids.
kids. But I would totally do that. That'd be so fun.
All right, let's
So we have two left.
let's hit those last two. I think this was intentional. Probably we wanted to save some starter types for
Agreed. For the end.
I'm gonna go. I think with grass type. Who's your favorite grass
Ooh.
type Pokemon?
So my favorite grass type is also my favorite Pokemon of all time. My number one. My
Nice.
one of one. It's a starter. I have a keychain of said Pokemon. Have had the keychain since forever now. But I think Trico is my favorite Pokemon. Honestly, of all time, I love Trico. I
Trico's
love the
awesome.
look of Trico. The second I saw Trico, even before the game came out, like just knowing about Trico, I like
Such
just
a
the look of him.
smug little
Anyways,
dude.
he's perfect. He's perfect. I love him.
He
I love
is.
him so much. I pick him every time, even though he's kind of hard to play in the beginning of the game. I feel like most grass types kind of are, to be fair. But oh my god, Trico, hands down, adorable looking Pokemon. If I could just not evolve him, I totally would. But also
And have
Sceptile is also just really cool too. I like Sceptile a lot as
Yeah.
well. I think Trico is just like perfect. Again, if I clearly wasn't destined to become a Corviknight main, if I was gonna have like again my little sprite Pokemon, it would be Trico.
It would be
Like I'd have a
Trico.
little, yeah, it would definitely be Trico. Like
I could see
100%.
that. I could see Trico
100%.
being your spirit animal.
yeah, 100%.
That makes
Trico.
sense.
Trico's awesome. Great
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Sceptile is actually my number 2.
Oh, nice,
Yeah, I love
nice.
Sceptile. And then my number 3 is Mega Sceptile. I didn't even.
Oh, nice.
I was like, it's so good, I have to include it right next to it.
It's just that good, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Mega Sceptile is pretty sick looking too.
Grass Dragon. And then it's got like
Yeah.
the huge like pine tree tail. It's absolutely badass. But my number 1 grass type is also this was the other poison type that I skipped. No surprise, it's a starter as well. Grass poison starter. But it might not be the one that you think. It's actually Ivysaur.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Not
Okay.
Bulbasaur, not Venusaur. I think Ivysaur is
Wow.
the epitome of that is a perfect middle stage evolution. Like
I
bar
could see that being
none.
one of
I
the
don't-
best ones.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I think
if
actually
there are any
I could
other
I
middle
could
stages that are better than Ivysaur.
I could probably agree with you on that actually.
It's just as cute as Bulbasaur, but more badass. It's
Mm-hmm.
just as badass as Venusaur, but not as ugly. And it's
Not
like
nearly as ugly.
bulky and fun and looks like a great companion. And of course, also it has the Smash Bros reputation now.
Yep.
Like that's and Ivysaur is my favorite form out of the 3 Pokemon to play as. I think it's so much fun. His attacks pack a punch.
Dude, I agree with you. The overall look and aesthetic of Ivysaur is such a cool idea.
Yeah.
It's definitely
It's got like the
incredibly solid.
rotating like chopper wings around the bulb. Because like Venusaur is fantastic, but I can't deny that Venusaur is pretty dang ugly. Like
Yeah, Venusaur just is not a good Pokemon to
Yeah.
look at. Like it's not pleasant. It's not a pleasant one. It's pretty badass, Solar Beam and all that good stuff.
of course,
But it's just it's not pleasant to look at.
but yeah, Ivysaur, man, that's a classic anime one too. Because of course, Ash's Bulbasaur, like it was gonna evolve, but then it didn't want to evolve, and like it goes and sees all the other Ivysaurs and Venusaur and stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, adorable.
That's when I learned Solar Beam.
So heartfelt. So heartfelt. But
All
okay,
right.
well, I guess we're down to the last one, and that is actually the water type. Again, we're sticking with. I like how we did kind of the classic ones at the very end. Started with fire, which I feel like is like an expected good start to a type list. Good old fire type, and we end with water.
And with water.
Honestly, pretty smart idea. Pretty kudos to us.
That's awesome.
Who is your favorite water type?
So my favorite water type is a starter Pokemon, naturally, because like how could it not be?
Yeah, of course.
My favorite water type is a starter Pokemon. It is actually also my favorite starter Pokemon of all time. The first Pokemon I ever got to level 100, and that is Samurott.
Oh, Whoa!
I didn't expect that, did you?
I was not.
Probably thought I was going to say Blastoise, huh?
I 100% thought you were going to say Blastoise. I was literally waiting for it.
You know
That's
what,
so
though?
funny.
Like, I used to be always pick the... You know how a lot of people are like, this is the starter type I pick, and that's the one I always pick? I used to be that way with water. So if you go past my number 1 and my number 2, which is Quagsire, I then have Wartortle, Blastoise, Feraligatr, Swampert.
Oh, dude, so, Feraligatr is also such a sick Pokemon.
Yeah, Feraligatr is great.
Oh man,
but
Feraligatr is great.
I love.
Wow, I was not expecting Samurott. Wow.
I love otters. I love the color scheme. I love the samurai aesthetic. I love the mustache. And this Pokemon is the first Pokemon that I ever got to level 100. And like that's
so cool.
You know, I've told that to people, and like several people have been like, "Oh, I've gotten plenty of Pokemon to level 100. I got Pokemon to level 100 in the first generation or whatever." And like I never did. I always played it a lot, but I don't know if I was swapping out Pokemon or if I just never played it enough to get
chose
to that level.
Grind it to 100. Yeah.
But Gen 5 was the first time that I ever really did that, and it wasn't through cheats, or it wasn't even like the Pokemon I was saying before in Gen 8 that I got to level 100. That was easier because I just used a bunch of EXP. In that game they have experience candies, which is different from rare candies. It doesn't just give you a level, it gives you a crap ton of experience. So if you give them an extra large experience candy and they're at level like 2, they'll bump up to like level 35 instantly, pretty much.
Oh, whoa. I did not know that.
They're kind of hard to come by, or not that hard to come by, but they're a little tedious to come by. And so if you have a bunch of those and you can spend them on Pokemon, you can get Pokemon up high levels pretty easily. I got them all up to around like 80s and then naturally got them to level 100, but like Samurott was literally my Oshawott that I picked from the beginning of the game and then naturally leveled it up to level 100. Because that
awesome.
game has a really extensive post game. So yeah, it's just Samurott is very special to me. I love the design. Hisui and Samurott came out in Legends Arceus, and I kind of go back and forth on like if I like it or not. Like I do, but I feel like it's not different enough because it's literally just Samurott but with a wavy mustache, and like the color of the shells is like dark and red now, and like I don't know.
Oh, so it's almost like a weird shiny more than anything else, which I guess you could kind of argue is like some of the different region changes, but
that's what I mean. Is like I feel like most of the regional changes like take a lot of care into being like this is a really cool different version of that Pokemon, and I didn't really feel that way with Hisui and Samurott. It just kind of feels like a dark type Samurott. But yeah, classic Samurott is just top tier for me.
I like that. Yeah, that's definitely kind of like the weird blank space of my memory when it comes to Pokemon. Yeah, is like that Gen 5. You know, so like that's so interesting to me that would be your pick. I was so ready for you to say Blastoise. I was like so ridiculously ready. That's so funny. But for me, so like I said, Corey, you already kind of guessed it. My favorite water type is hands down Greninja. Kind of a staple Pokemon. He's kind of like a mascot Pokemon because there's like the Ash Greninja and stuff like that.
Greninja's hugely popular.
Listen. Frog Ninja is a very, very common thing in like Japanese like you know what I mean? Like a Frog Ninja is super like I guess I've seen it in a couple different mediums, let's say. Yeah. So like I always really like that aesthetic. Like even in like another fighting game I play, Rivals of Aether, there's Rano, which is like another ninja frog. But Greninja specifically, he's my main in Smash Ultimate. Water Dark, cool ass typing. When I played him in Pokemon X, he was like my number one killer of squads. Yeah. Because of freaking was it Protein? I think it's Protein was the healing ability. Yeah. Was super ridiculous.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Crazy stab bonus every single time. Oh my god. He was just such a cool Pokemon. He looks so cool. He just hands down Probably he's also in my like. I think I'd probably say. I think I want to say he's probably like maybe like number 5 or 6. If I just had to like not actually like thinking about it, but just like throwing it out there. Yeah. Definitely one of my like top favorite Pokemon. He just looks so cool. His tongue scarf, so cool.
Very, very cool. Very cool design. Do you, speaking about that, do you actually have like a list of your favorite Pokemon, or would that be
not like not on me, not by any means. Like I like it's just kind of like if if you ask me right now, those like some of the ones I rattled off earlier would be.
I mean,
would be
yeah,
on
that's
that list.
That's what's cool about this is that like by the nature of this format that we're doing, our favorite of each type, we must have touched on all of our favorites. Like I'm looking at my literally top favorites list now, and everyone in my top 10 we have talked about in some capacity. Actually, everyone in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everyone in my top 20 we have talked about in some capacity, and then plus even more. So, yeah.
I would have to. I think just for you, I'll definitely actually have to make like a solid top 10 list for you, or maybe like a top 20 or something, just so you know.
I could probably just piece together from our
honestly
ones here.
You probably could.
Yeah.
There's I think out of all of them here, I think probably the only ones I'd actually like take off like my top and replace this with like additional typings of some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because like there really are like there were some really close, fire or like even grass types.
That's why if one was like a repeat type, I kind of ever. I was always like I want to mention it. Like Typhlosion is just below Infernape, so I was like, yeah.
Makes sense. But yeah, guys, that was a list. That was a good list. Yeah, Pokemon, dude, gotta catch them all.
That was
good. Yeah, actually, really. Pokemon. I know it's such a fun thing to talk about. But guys, if anyone here agrees, disagrees, has any interesting factoids that Corey probably already knows because he knows everything about Pokemon, but you would like to share, let us know. If you if you agree with our list, if you think, oh my god, I can't believe you said Electivire, you weirdo, feel free to let me know too. But yeah, that was fun. That was a fun little list. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed doing the bulk of it on this episode.
Oh yes, love it. All right, well, thank you all for listening. Let us know your favorite Pokemon. You can find me on Twitter at Corey Richmond, on Instagram at crichmond6. Also, go check out the Zelda Dungeon YouTube channel because I'm popping up on there a lot. I'm in the new Zelda Dungeon mailbag videos, and I am in all the Tier Force Heroes videos, and also check out Gooey's Dungeon Dive because I'm on there all the time too.
Yeah, please, give the support out, guys. You can follow me on pretty much all social media platforms at ShadowhawkSSB, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, everything but like TikTok, to be honest with you. But yeah, feel free to give me a follow. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to follow us at Player Power Pod on Twitter. If you want to have any kind of one-on-one kind of discussion, let us know. Feel free to give us a shout out there. But we appreciate any of the support or interactions that you guys want to give. We always really appreciate talking to you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for listening today. If you got to the end of it, that's awesome. I hope you guys were inspired to play more Pokemon after listening to some of our types, or maybe get some marbles or little figurines or plushies or whatever it might be, a cat house, a G-Max Gengar, whatever it might be. But I hope you guys have a good night. Good morning, good day, whatever it is.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.